Hustle on the block, who gon' save the children? Minutes on the plot, and I'm just revealing. The media just trying to make a villain. I just take the pain and paint a picture. Voices in my head, I hear the whispers when I feel this way. And I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptations, my lord. I'm young and I'm restless, and I really can't help it. I never felt selfish before. I've been living so reckless.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Cardinals going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 87 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go back to Riddick. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run. Here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Charles, as the Cardinals come out, let's take a look back to last year. They came in with Super Bowl aspirations. They had won 10 or more games 3 straight years. They wound up finishing with the number 9 overall offense, the number 2 overall defense, but they did not make the playoffs.
That just tells you that sometimes statistics don't tell the total tale, right? Let's take the defense. Number 2 overall in total defense, but they gave up 30 or more points 6 times in 2016. I believe they'd only done that 5 times in the previous 2 seasons. So when you give up that kind of point total, it makes it really hard for your offense to keep pace. So what did they do? They spent some time in the draft. Hassan Reddick, a linebacker out of Temple, was their 1st-round draft pick. Budda Baker, a safety out of Washington, trying to shore up the defensive side in order for them to compete in the NFC West.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Brown. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Donnie Jones set to punt it away now in his 14th year in the NFL. Back deep is the former Seahawk, Golden Tate. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Lions will take over. Well, let's discuss Detroit as they take the field on offense. Last year, crazy season in the Motor City. 4th quarter comebacks, 8 of them. They started 1-3, then won 8 of 9 before going 0-4 to finish the year at 9-7. Ultimately, another season without a playoff victory.
In the midst of that 8 of 9 win string, they had 3 straight home games that all came down to the final series, and they won them all. I thought that was the key to their season. Look, we know they can score on offense. Matthew Stafford and his receivers, they can just absolutely really light it up. But Detroit invested on defense in the draft. 3 of their first 4 picks, all defensive players. 2 linebackers and a secondary player. I think the key guy out of that might be Teez Tabor, the cornerback they took out of Florida. They've got to slow down some of those high flyers in the NFC North.
Here's Stanford. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Darrelle Revis that time breaking up the dig route.
The next time we have one of his games and we meet with him in pregame in the production meeting, let's ask him for that book he keeps on receivers. I want to see what that looks like because he does such a great job of understanding what they want to do, what their favorite moves and routes are. That's why he's able to stand that dig route so well and make a play.
I think he keeps that book pretty private, don't you?
Well, it doesn't hurt to ask. Maybe he'll be nice to us.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Now Palmer on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Tate. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Riddick with a carry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Eric Ebron's got skills to spare. They just want the production to equal those, and he needs some good health in order to get that done. Had 61 catches in 2016, battling an ankle.
Yeah, the surprise, though, just one of those 61 hit pay dirt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw on second down is Stafford. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Stafford now to throw. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, here's Palmer. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Palmer gives to Johnson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Nelson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
And Carson Palmer's going to turn 38 in December. Actually contemplated not coming back in 2017. I wonder how disappointed he was in the 2016 season.
Well, do you think that that's a reason that he's back?
I think that maybe he feels like there's one more good run in this Arizona Cardinals team, and he wants to be the QB for it.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it with Johnson, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the gun, it's Palmer. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So after the interception, here's Palmer. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Akeem Spence in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. On second down, Palmer. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On first down, Stafford here. Ebron's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Eddie Royal is intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on third down, Stafford. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now a play fake here on first down. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Palmer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Royal making the catch over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Stafford on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Riddick. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
For this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Left side completion to Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Riddick. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
On second down, here's Stafford being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on the guy trying to cover him, it is...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, a 5-yard touchdown run. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw on second down. Palmer. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits, and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. He's going to fire one deep over. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On first down, it's Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On the ground, it's Redden. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
6 yards to go here on second down. From the gun, here's Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Stafford. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are in for 6. So they're going to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Stafford, and he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first and 10, it's Palmer. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Second and 10 now, and it's Palmer. Man open left side is Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now Dawson for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the rookie safety from Washington, Budda Baker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Dumping it off for Johnson. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
We always talk about what a bonus it is for a running back who's able to catch the ball downfield. Well, David Johnson started his college career as a wide receiver before transitioning. He's got it all.
Well, it showed last year 80 catches from that running back position led the NFL. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Palmer to throw. Hard throw. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Now, after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is Riddick on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Single receiver. Hey, Jordan Island over there. Single receiver.
From the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Palmer now. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. This is caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Now it's Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brandon Flowers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit.
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him for a loss of 5. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down now after the pass completion. From the 50, it's Stafford. 20. It's caught by Royal. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. From the red zone now, Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Eddie Royal, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. One last throw here for Stafford. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play.